Hopefully it works. I wanted to switch it up. Need to switch browsers to see if it makes a difference. Know what I mean? What the fuck is that hamburger? We'll see. We shall see. Can't remember how we did that. Like nobody cares. That's a great one. More thing. Poor little things. Ain't nothing change. Ain't nothing change. Ain't nothing change. But nothing. Just like I thought. A lot of people talk to hear themselves. That's why they should keep quiet. All you do is blah, 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 blah. Change. Okay, here it is. Shut up, stupid. I hate ads. They're so annoying. Let me see. System time. Okay, I need to save this video so I could check it out. I need to set that up. I need to set the time. What time is it now? 10. All right. Hey, Lucky, how you doing? Let me see what it says here. Buttons are not working. Needs to be replaced, I assume. Is there a way to change the length of the exercise to maybe 10 to 12 minutes? I don't think you can. Oh, it's a 5-minute cycle. I see there a 5-minute cycle. I have a 15-minute cycle, so that's fine. I don't care. Figure out. I gotta see what they say. And set up Wi-Fi. Oh, okay. It should be easy then. Cool start. Okay, cool. Check to see if that works. Let me see. Okay. Maybe that's gonna work that way. Might be. See if it works tomorrow. That's good, Lucky. Hopefully you get it. You get it. Changing the date and time. There's a few of them on here. I wonder if it's a different one. Navigate. Da 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 da. All right, Lucky. Cool. Let me see if this is coming up. 27th. 27th is Wednesday. Yep. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, sir. Smells like a winner. Winner, chicken dinner. That's perfect. Temperat's flat. Oh, cool. That's pretty cool. Oh, shit. It's not good. Back on Jerry setup. Cool. Temperat's flat. Temperat's flat. Temperat's flat. Forever. You need to stay on for me. Shit. What's up, Rudy? You don't know why you're hard on you're hard to yourself? Only you can answer that question. You shouldn't be. Only you can fix your own life. I've been telling people that for years. If I can do it, anybody can do it. It's all in here. It's all in your mind. Yeah, I know. You can still work. You can still put in your work. You can write things down. You can go on your computer and put things on file, plan shit. You can still work. But you want to bullshit. I be bullshitting too, don't worry. Every time I go out now, hot sun, I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm like, no, no. I ain't going back out there. Fuck that shit. That's exactly what I say to myself. I'm like, no, no. I ain't going back out there. As soon as it gets cloudy, I'll come back out. That's what I say. This is like the first official summer that I haven't worked like extremely hard and been good to myself and said, you know what? This year we're not going to do it, Mark. It's very hard not to go out there and do things that I want to do. But I said, fuck this. I'm too old for this fucking bullshit. I need 1 year where I'm not going to bust my ass outside in this hot sun. And I picked this year. And I got 1 more month of bullshit weather, hot ass weather, 1 more month. Once September is gone, then I'm gonna be like, all right. I mean, yeah, once September's gone, I'm gonna be like, thank God, I'm done, and I don't have to worry about it no more. Summer's over, and I'll be happy. I can go work in my workshop. It'll be cooler, and that's it. I'm not gonna kill my damn self. Hell no. Fuck that bullshit. I worked too hard my whole life. I need to relax a bit. Get my body right. Hey Teresa, how you doing? I'm good. You doing your Reiki homework? That's the shit. Get her done. Make it happen. Yeah, well, see, sometimes spirit like does things to you because you were going too much, you were doing too much, or you need to relax a little bit more. You know, that's how you gotta look at it. You can't look at it in a bad way. You gotta look at it as they're putting you in a position to take care of yourself and calm down and make yourself right. Yeah, exactly. See, when you do too much, spirit says, "Yo, you need to calm down." You know. Oh, cool. Give me a second. Yep. Same shit, different day. Same haters. That's how it goes. Yep. You know, same shit, different day. Same haters, same bullshit. It's crazy how people are. They can get manipulated so quick. Yeah. You know what happened is that person is telling that other person lies, and that person is dumb enough to believe it. So that tells me how stupid she is. Oh, hell yeah. You're damn right it's better for me. I can give a flying fuck about these people. They ain't my friends anyway. So, like I said, I tell people all the time, I meet people through people, and that don't mean I gotta be your friend. I'll choose who the fuck I want in my life. So those people ain't really none of my company, you know what I'm saying? I don't know them like that, and they ain't done fucks for me. That's how I look at it, Teresa. Those people ain't done nothing for me. Those two people I just finished talking about, they ain't done shit for me. But guess who's done shit for them? Me. I've read for them. I've helped them. But what the fuck they do for me? Zero. That's why I have nothing on my conscience. If you all want to hang out and be cool with each other, you go right ahead. Then you wonder why you don't see them in here. And not too long ago, not too long ago, you told me to watch out for that person, and now I know why. So thank you. Yeah, I know. You told me to watch out for that person. I'm glad you told me that. Because ever since you told me that, I saw weird shit happen. Like, so I'm like, yeah, now I know why. Yep. When I saw that, I was like, oh, hell no. I won't be coming around here no more. You know the deal, too. Like, she knows what the deal is with that person. And then you want to have them around you like that. And then at one point, they were just, both of them just talked to themselves all night like a bunch of idiots. I really don't care, to be honest. Like, I just think it's, um, I just think it's weird how, I mean, it's not weird. I mean, it is weird, but it's just, people like that are gonna hang around each other because they're both trying to find a way to get ahead, but they can't. Because if you think about it, both of them are struggling, and that's why they hang around each other so they can live in that struggle together and act delusional and act like they're actually going somewhere and doing something when they're just sitting there doing absolutely nothing. because they're fake. I kind of knew that from the very beginning because I have very good intuition with people. I can see I know a rat when I see one, and I know a person that's a bullshitter when I know. And like that's the thing. A lot of people like that's why I preach on here. A lot of people that have channels, they say they know how to do shit, but they don't prove it to nobody. Then they're like, "Well, I'm not gonna show anybody because you gotta pay me," and then you pay them and you lose the money because you're paying for bullshit and lies. And even when they give you something for free, it's just some random shit, you know. Well, I love giving advice. I just don't like when people, act fake as shit, like, and then like, you act all cool with me, and then you want to spar with the enemy. That shit don't make no sense. You just proved to me that you're weird. Yeah, it's sad. But then when you know, I'm sitting there like reading what this person's saying, and I'm like, ain't nothing changed. This person just sitting there ranting about bullshit and all this shit that don't make no sense. So what it is, they're trying to like, they're trying to take away people from me. And I'm like, you ain't taking nobody from me because these people came from somewhere else. They ain't none of my company. And there was like another person in there that comes in here and it goes in there too. And they ain't been in here for a while either. And I said, well, you all can hang over there. Thank God. It don't make no difference to me. The less weirdos I have around me, the better. That's why you all can be over there. Leave me alone. That's perfect. I actually love it. When I was in there, I was like, oh, look at that. It's amazing how all these people just flock together and they just sit there and just bullshit themselves. That's why they don't come in here because they know they can't bullshit me. I'm not the one. I'm not the one you'll be bullshitting, that's for sure. You can say whatever you want. I'll look right through you. Just like a piece of glass. Empty. Empty hopes, wishes, and promises. And empty spiritual fucking knowledge of anything. All you do is blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of good bullshitters out there. I'll stay over here and mind my own business. I think it's funny though. And so I just laugh. It doesn't make me upset or anything. It just like it just shows me people expose themselves. And I've been telling people this for years and years and years and years. That people expose themselves every day. That's what they do. And then the people that get exposed are gonna hang the other people that get exposed or people that are like minded like them. They're gonna be with them, like I'm not. I'm not. I meant to tell you earlier about that, but to be honest, I don't really care, Teresa. I don't really care about those people because they ain't none of my company anyway. Like they're not my friends. They're just people I know through other people. Yeah. Like Marley always says, where the fuck do these people find me? But like I said, my true friends are here. That's all that matters. And the other ones, they can go do whatever they want. They don't care. It don't phase me, to be honest. You know. All right, cool. That's what people do. I've been on here for almost 6 years and ain't nothing changed with people. People are just gonna be people, man. It's fucking hilarious. It's hilarious how all the fake people are all together in one place. It's fucking crazy. Fake ass people go to fake ass places. Even if the person's cool, like, and they don't do anything to me personally, they'll show me the fakeness. And like I say to most people, women are going to believe other women when it concerns a man. So what happens is that person went to that woman and said, "Hey, you know what happened?" And they're like, "Oh, Mark did this and Mark did that and Mark said this to me and Mark did this and oh, Mark is so rude and mean." Wah. And they cry like a little bitch that they are. And then the other person's like, "I wonder if they're telling the truth. I wonder if Mark, because Mark is kind of like, he's like, he's this and that, blah, blah, blah." Then they're like, "Oh shit, you're right. See, look what Mark did to so and so." Yeah, because Mark ain't a fucking pussy. He's going to tell you right to your face who you are, because my mother didn't give birth to me, and she's a fucking elephant, and I was born yesterday, yeah? Like I tell people all the time, I wasn't born yesterday. I've been on here 6 years on my own channel, right? And I've been on YouTube since 2012. Okay? Long time I've been on here. In and out of chat rooms doing my thing. And I know a snake when I see one. There's a lot of fake ass people on YouTube. Tons. And you're gonna meet them and you're gonna deal with them. Whether you like it or not. And they're gonna come in and as the devil in disguise. "Hey Erica, how you doing, sweetheart?" They're the devil in disguise. And then they're gonna trick you, get readings from you, talk good about you, and try and get some type of something from you. And when they do, the people that, you know, love you are gonna see them and be like, "Nah, I made my choice. I don't want to deal with this person." Because real is always gonna recognize real. So when a real person realizes that the fake ones are around, they're gonna be like, "I ain't coming in here no more. Fuck that," you know? Then the fake ones just stick with other fake ones, you know? You broke up with that guy? Oh, well, that's his loss then. That's his loss, not yours. Don't feel horrible. Just know that there's something else better for you. It's only a man, it's okay. My man. It's all good. It ain't the first time you broke up. Ain't the first time you got rid of a mofo, you know? It's alright. You be good. His loss, your gain. That's how you gotta look at it. Don't be sad. Everything happens for a reason. That's all right. Let me tell you something. The less friends you have, the better it is at the end of the day. Because having a lot of friends isn't really a good thing. Because that's more people to stab you in your back. I realized that a long, long, long time ago. Hey, Gala, how you doing? Greetings. But that's just the way life is. People are like that. But it's all good. I've lost a lot of friends uh, due to me having more success or jealousy or things like that. And it sucks because like you think you got friends that are happy for you or like being, celebrating your victories with you or being a part of your success and then rubbing off on you and having success, in other ways. But some people are just weird, man. Some people are just, you know, some people are just weird like that. You know, it's like that. You're working and lurking. All right. As long as you're working while you lurk, you're good. Good to hear. But yeah, I think that we all go through the trials and tribulations of people and dealing with people and disconnecting from somebody. And, you know, I've seen, I don't know about you guys and how you feel, but I feel like a lot of people recently in the last 2 to 3 years, I would say ever since COVID, a lot of people that have known each other for more than 20 years or like 15, 20 years or whatever or more no longer speak to each other anymore and like have, broken up, got a divorce, not friends anymore, you know? Like I feel like long-term friendships and relationships are gone now. And like people are wondering like what the fuck did I do? It's not what you do. It's people are in your life for a reason or a season, for a time frame. Nobody's really in your life, you know, not everyone is going to be in your life. I have to rephrase that. Not everyone's going to be in your life forever. You're only going to have a few people that's in your life forever, forever. Like your husband or your wife, if you're together until the end and in spirit, which I've seen. But, and your true friends, your siblings, your children, whatever, like, those people are the people that's going to be in your life forever. But not everybody has to be, not your long term friends and all that shit. Because that shit all goes to nothing eventually. So when you lose somebody of a long period of time or short period of time, you just gotta understand that that person was meant to be around you in that time frame period. After that, you know, you meet new people. You have new things happen. A new person ends up being better than the old person. So it's life. Hey Marilyn, how you doing? You can't even go to your favorite bar for a drink. He'll probably pop up. Oh, you can always drink at home at your own bar. That's the best place to drink. When you get drunk, you just go straight to bed. That's all you gotta do. When I used to drink and smoke, I used to do it all at home sometimes because I didn't want to be around other people. I can't handle people anyway. They're just annoying. People are just too fucking weird now, man. Well, that's all good. You can always go there, just, ignore the ignorance. You can still go to your favorite bar. You just gotta, you know, be with someone else. If I was around, I'd come down there with you. You know, I just don't want to get into any fights or anything like that. Honestly, I don't miss bars and I don't miss DJing and in bars and I don't miss like doing shit like that. I really don't. Marilyn, thanks for the super chat. I'll answer your question. Give me a second. All right, how is BW feeling about you and the program? All right, let's check. Hmm. Well, how they feel about you is they think that you're brave. They think that you are a person of action. They think that you're a person that does things without fear. That you say what you do and do what you say. So that's how this person feels about you. Now, how they feel about the program is different. They think that the program um, is something that is not going to work. They might think that if they've made plans to deal with the program, they might not go through with it, or they feel like there has to be some type of uh, proof that the program works or the program is going to work. So this person probably fears that the program isn't going to be what it's supposed to be. But they don't doubt you, they doubt the program. Or they just feel like the program is not going to be good enough for their liking. They might be a bit biased too. They might just like feel like it might not be as much as they really want to. So I feel like this person is someone who's judgmental, biased, and they might think that, nah, this program ain't gonna work. I mean, I like Marilyn, but I don't think the program she's doing is going to work. Or I don't think the program is gonna work. Or they doubt the program. So I don't think they have anything against you. It's just the actual program. It's all right, Teresa. It's all good. Erica, you said I keep it simple. Have a drink, then gum, stick around, and bad things happen. Yeah, damn right. Yeah. Well, the thing is, Marilyn, is this person needs to see, like, that the program is actually doing something before they actually believe it. You know how people have to see to believe, believe to see, or they have to see progress before they actually, get involved in something. It's like when you came in here for the first time, you're like, I'm going to test this guy out, see if he really knows his shit. And then you were like, okay, I trust him so far. He's been right about maybe two things. Okay, now he's been right about three things. Okay, I think I can trust him. But if I was, bullshitting, you know, well, that's why she feels good about you, but she doesn't feel good about people actually coming. Yeah, that's what it'll mean. She probably feels like the program isn't gonna like. That's why I said she doubts it. She doubts that people are gonna come. Maybe she isn't doing her job. I would say she's a bit biased, and she's, maybe she feels like you got to do all the work because it's your thing. I know. Do you think that she could be a hater and might not want you to succeed? Let me check something real quick. She feels like, to be honest, Marilyn, I think that she feels like she's gonna let you down because she hasn't like done enough, or she might not get people to come to the place. Like, she's like she's not doing what she has to do. She feels like she's going to let you down. And maybe that's the doubt that she has in her mind, and maybe that's why she feels the way she does. Like I said, she doesn't feel like you're a bad person. She just feels like, the program isn't going to make it. Like she doubts that it's going to work. And she feels like if it doesn't, that you're going to be let down by her. Hey, Fiona, I'm doing good. How are you? Well, then the cards were right then. There you go. So she feels like she's letting you down because she didn't get off her ass and do shit. So there you go. That's why the cards are telling me that she's doubting the program and doesn't think it's going to work. Well, if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. That's why I don't depend on anybody. Anything I depend on in my life is spirit. That's it. God, spirit, my ancestors, my people. That's the only thing that I depend on is God. I give it all to Him. I can't depend on actual people. They ain't gonna do shit. That's why my business is the way it is, because I can't depend on somebody, doing my work. Hell no. I have to do it my damn self. And that's okay, Marilyn. If you gotta work harder, then go for it. At least you know if you do, it's all worth it in the end. You know what I mean? And I have faith that you can get it done, if that helps. You can do it. Never depend on people. Always do shit yourself. Always. And believe in yourself. You can make it happen. I feel like you have it in you. You're welcome. No problem. You'll be all right. You just got to make it happen. That's all. How you been, Fiona? My dog's over here snoring, so if you hear these strange noises in the background, she's snoring away over here. Her tail's banging the ground. You know. All right, Marilyn, let's check. Well, I'm getting no, that it's not going to work and they're not going to let you do it. I think they'll communicate it between each other and be like, no, which sucks. Because your first question is, will you have luck doing it? It's saying no. And then it says, well, then you ask, will the teachers cooperate and let you invite their students? I get no again. And I also get that even if the teachers, even if you ask the teachers to communicate and tell like the other teachers to tell the students, they're gonna be like, oh no, we don't want to do that, and they're not gonna be cooperative. I'm getting no, Marilyn. Hey, Mystical, how you doing? Hey, hey. So even if they trust you, and even if you like you're, you come across okay, it still probably wouldn't work. But if I were you, I would try it anyway. You know, you never know. Because I do get communication here. So it's telling me that they'll communicate about it and they might be like, okay, because at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, what I feel is if you were to do that specific thing you're talking about, like going to the school or whatever, out of all those students, you can get at least a couple people. You know what I mean? Not everybody's gonna be like, nah, you know. That's why I got communication here. So if the communication gets out there, there's a possibility, you know, there's a possibility that that will work. Like it'll work for some, not all. Like, cause at the end of the day, right? If you go to a classroom of 30 kids, and I tell them, "Hello, everybody. My name is Marky Mark. I have a psychic channel." Some people were like, "Boo! Shut up! Psychic shit's trash. You know, you're a devil worshiper, or whatever." They might be like, 28 kids that say "fuck you," and then there's two kids that say, "Hey, my granny's a psychic," or my mom is on YouTube, so I'm gonna see this guy, check him out. So just those two people can make a big difference. They can go tell other people that's like-minded like them or has psychic stuff, and then next thing you know, you got 10, 15 people. So I'm trying to be like, optimistic here about how these things can be, so even if so the cards are telling me that it can work through communication, but you're not going to get like the whole classroom to come. But there might be a couple stragglers there that say, you know what, let me see what's going on here. So, Marilyn, if I were you, I would try it. Or you can do something where you can if you have like a flyer or something, right? If you have a flyer, you can just say, can I please leave my flyer here so you could put it on your bulletin board in the hallway or something? Is it okay if I do that instead of actually asking them to do like your promotion? When you can just put it on a bulletin board or somewhere. You can even put that shit in like a gas station or, you know, wherever, like stores. Just ask like some places around you if you can just put up like a poster or like a paper if the event on it. Somebody you might catch somebody's eye. I don't know if that's what you want to do, but that's what I think you should do. Yeah, I think it's a good idea too. You're doing stupendously good. Me too. Yeah, so Marilyn, if you want to do that, I would say go for it. Because at the end of the day, if you put it out of school, if you ask the teachers to do that, they're gonna be like, "Look, I have enough shit to do, woman. You know, I gotta teach these damn kids. I ain't got the time to be promoting your damn shit." That's how they're gonna act. That's why I didn't get really good cards with that. Because you're saying, will the teachers cooperate and let you invite their students? You don't have to do that. You just put a piece of paper up there, Maryland's, event, blah, 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 whatever, this time, this date, this place, call for tickets. People are going to be interested. You're going to catch the eyes of some people. In a school, there's hundreds of kids, right? And you got to put it in public places like gas stations. Just say, hey, can I please put this here for a week or a couple of days or 24 hours or whatever? That's what I would do if I was you. That's how you get things out there. And also social media. So if you have Facebook, Instagram, just say, hey, look, I'm having an event. Anybody interested? Holla at me for tickets. This is where it is. This is what it's gonna be about. Use social media and use like the public to promote your event. That's what I would do if I were you. So just my advice. Just an idea. And if you do something like that, use the color blue because the color blue is communication. So when you use the color blue to write things or to do things, blue is a form of communication. And blue is a color that's all around the world, you know? The sky and the ocean is blue. So the more blue, the more communication, the more it looks good. Oh yeah. I'll be your advisor, you know. Yeah, you can use purple too. Purple looks like blue. As long as you don't dress up as Barney in purple, then you're okay. Sometimes I do that. You're welcome, Marilyn. I love purple. I love blue. I like colors. So you're looking like Barney right now then. I went there for a job as on the rocks with this company. Whose job? The one you're talking about? BW, you mean? Okay. I'll check for you real quick. Mm, let's just say it's not that good. I would say it's on the rocks. I think they really like her as a person. She's good at what she does, but they also think that she's trying to trick people and made some mistakes. And there's some people around her that think that she uses her kindness to get what she wants in a so-so way. But it looks like she's making plans that are going to fail. And she's like looking into the future. She has these events she has to do, but she's not doing what she has to do. I think she might con people with her kindness and then do shit behind the people. So I would say it's not going that great. Like I said earlier, there's a lot of people that are the devil in disguise. They might be all like, "Hey, how you doing? Hi, I love you, Mark."
Then behind my back, you're like, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't take it personally. I would do exactly what I told you just now to do, and then you should be all right. I would say don't react. Don't worry about this BW person too much. Just keep doing what you have to do, and all these new ideas we've been coming up with here. I would say stop worrying about her and just do what you got to do. Never depend on people like that, you know? Just keep doing what you got to do. That's the best way, Marilyn. Trust me. I won't leave you astray. Always do shit for yourself. Don't worry about nobody trying to make you and your shit better than someone else's, you know? Sometimes you got to put in the work and not worry about nobody else. That's why I'm here today, because I didn't depend on nobody. Hell no. No, no. No, no. I try to be sweet. Only to people like you, see, who I give a shit about. As long as you respect me, I'll be sweet to you. So you've respected me since you've been in here, so I'll be sweet to you. But for other people, now I got good people that come in here, I ain't gonna lie. Some I gotta watch out for, they're the devil in disguise. But some people, they take off their masks, and then I see them, and I'm like, I see. I see. But it's all good. Not everybody can be your friend. Not everybody can be your friend. It's all good. I have faith that you'll get it done. Now you need to get yourself to work. Okay? Go make some flyers for your event. Put them out there. Put them everywhere. Even put one on people's cars in the parking lot. Lift up the windshield wiper and put the paper there and put it down like the old school way. You see that shit in movies and stuff. They have no choice but to like take it off their windshield, so they have to look at it. That's why people did that shit back in the day. I remember coming to my car in the car parking, like, who the fuck put this paper on my car? Touching my windshield wiper. Now they got cameras and shit. But hey, it's a thought. It's a thought. It helps Sophie find her dog. I told her put flyers out there, and look, somebody saw the flyer, and bang, she got her dog back. Just like that. Within a couple of days after putting the flyers up. That was the only form of communication that we had back then. Word of mouth and seeing things, seeing posters and flyers. It still is the good way to go. It still gets the word out there. Let's see if my phone's charged here. All right. Starlight, star bright, how you shine tonight. How you doing? Good to see you. It's past your bedtime, young lady. You should be sleeping. But I know that you want to come in here and say hi to your fave, your buddy and pal, Marky. I'm in it, tease. You slept all evening and just woke up. Yeah, well, that's good. I'm glad you're getting your beauty rest. Well, it's good that you got rest. Let me see if I can. I just text Marley to let her know that I'm live and we're all here. I know she's had a long day, so cheer her up a bit. All right. Starlight, you said Mark got feedback for you, and you got named Alice from my aunt in spirit. I did go visit Alice after that reading. Oh no, she passed away yesterday. I guess that's probably why you had to go see her. Yeah, maybe that's probably why. That they knew that she was gonna pass for you to go visit her. No problem. It's all good. See, that's the power of spirit. It's that simple. That's good. See, everything happens for a reason. That's why we get these messages. It all gets related to us so that way we can, deal with it at the time. That's why the more you believe, the more you receive. Instead of being some fake ass, person, if you put in the work, spirit will help you get what you need. That's why I keep telling everybody. And because you believed, you received. See that? But God rest her soul. Hopefully she might come through in spirit for you in the future, you know? But at least she's, at rest in a good place, I'm sure. That's That's how it goes sometimes, you know. It's like a pre-warning or a like, go see them now before they go type of thing. It's pretty cool how they do things like that. No problem, Starlight. I can only take so much credit, as you know. The rest credit is for your aunt telling us about her, because I don't really get names like that. But when Spirit really wants to get the message across, they will do whatever it takes. So I'm grateful for them and grateful that they gave us that message so we can, you know, make that happen. So that's good. But that only happened because you're a good person, Because Spirit knew, your auntie knew that, I know that Starlight will visit him for sure. And I'm sure Alice appreciated it. I'm sure she did. And see, now you can look at it again as a blessing for you too. Like you said, it's a blessing, and it is, but it's a blessing more than you realize. And I'm sure you do realize it, but I'm going to remind you that just by going out of your way to see Alice that day and for her to pass away 3 weeks later, she's now a part of your team. She's now a part of your spiritual team. She's gonna help you when someone else can't, or she's gonna, make an adjustment to help you because you went out of your way. You see what I mean? To acknowledge her. And if you acknowledge her now in spirit, it's even better. So they become a part of your team because you acknowledge them. So just a friendly reminder that that's how it works. And I'm sure you know it works like that anyway. Sometimes it's not rocket science. But for some people, you might have to be reminded that that's how it really works. You know, Spirit doesn't mind being a part of your team as long as you do the work. Rudy, I got your donation, sweetheart. What you want me to check? Yeah, that's good. And I'm sure they're in spirit right now, hanging out, talking. And that's probably why she mentioned her that day to say, hey, my friend's coming any day now to be with me in spirit. She probably called her over. You never know. Because usually when people are on their way out, they start to see the spirit realm before they get there. And then they make that choice. They make that. That's why I don't like when some psychics say they cross people over. Because that's bullshit. Spirit can cross another spirit over, not you. Some people can be delusional like that. But, if they think they can, then that's up to them. But yeah. But that's how I feel the crossing over happens. And that's why I tell people, and that's what you know when Miss Bikini Tanya's brother passed away this year, the priest that did the ceremony and the funeral, he said that a lot of people bring tears to my eyes. I actually cried when he said those words because I've been telling people that for years, but he actually said what I said, which a lot of people say, is that when people are on their way out and they're old, right, or they're older, some doctors say, oh, they were saying that their wife was here, their husband was here, or somebody was here to come get them. They're just delusional, and they got old timers, or they got some weird disease, or they're seeing shit. No, they're not. Don't believe that. They're seeing the people in spirits coming before them and showing them, hey, look, we're here. If you want to give up now and you want your life to be to give to God, you want your life to go to God right now, you come to us. We're here waiting for you. And once they actually have that programmed in their brain every day for a couple of days, they say, you know what, I want to get transferred now. I'm going to spirit world. Fuck this shit. I'm not living in pain no more. But see, doctors ain't gonna tell you that that's real because they're idiots. They don't know about spirituality and shit because half of them do bullshit anyway and go into hell. But that's exactly what happens to people when they're ready to go. is people from spirit come to them and say, hey, look, come with us. We'll transfer you over. We'll cross you over to say. And I believe that 100%, that that's how it works. Because when they die, their spirit comes out of their body. They get collected by spirit and they go into the spirit world. It's that simple. And the spirit world is our world. It's where we are right now. There's spirit everywhere. And that's exactly what I believe. I could be wrong, but that's what I believe how it works. So yeah, I never forget that priest said that during the funeral that day. And I was like, no way. I said, this guy just said everything I just thought and said for years. Because that's how it really is. I'll never forget my auntie that passed away 2 years ago. She was on the phone telling my mom that she sees her husband at the hospital. And my mom's like, oh, fuck. She's going off it. She's talking about she sees her husband. I told my mom, she sees him. She ain't lying. And I said, what are you talking about? I said, yeah, she sees his spirit. He's calling her to say, come, let's go. Fuck that hospital bed. This damn place you're in. Come with me. Don't worry about shit. And she gave in to him and passed away. That's how it works. They bring you over. They're like, let's go. Fuck that. You don't need to be in pain no more. What the hell you doing here? I'm right here. So at first, it's like if you don't believe in it, you're gonna feel weird about it. And then when you sit there and you realize it's real, you're like, yeah, I'm going. And I'll never forget, my mom called me the day she passed away, the morning, and she said, Mark, yeah, my sister died, your auntie's gone. And I said, well, I knew she was eventually gonna go. She was doing pretty bad, so. And I said, well, at least she's with her husband. And my mom goes, oh, well, I hope so. And my other sisters and brothers and, her mom. And I said, yeah, of course she is. She's going to see all of them now. As soon as I hung up the phone, bang, I saw her hugging her husband and said, Mark, we're here. I'm here now. You could let everybody know I'm in peace and I'm with my husband again. That's what she said to me. And they were all dressed in white. So I'm like, yep, there we go. And that's how it really works. But some people believe it, some people don't. Some people don't give a shit. Some people think it's bullshit. You think whatever you want. That's how I think. And that's what I believe. So you can believe what you want. It's all good. But that's good, Starlight. I'm glad that you had that connection with Alice and your auntie, and I'm sure they're, playing cards and catching up and having giggles for sure. I definitely believe that. As you can see how it works, it's such a blessing to have spirit on your side and have them say things and connect in a way where it makes you believe more. See, maybe that happened to you to make you more of a believer in yourself and your practice and what you do. See, things like that happen to show you that, hey, if you believe in us, we can show you a lot. We can do a lot for you. We can make shit happen for you. See, but a lot of people don't believe, see, and that's why they don't get nowhere. They don't believe in it. They just think they believe it somehow exists, but they still haven't absorbed the real the whole concept of what it means and how it is. But if you're living a shitty life and you do bad shit, spirit ain't gonna really connect with you like that. You're gonna get the bullshit, and you're gonna keep going around in a circle until you realize that, hey, look, if I don't believe, I'm not gonna receive. And you can believe, but if it doesn't work for some people within a month or 2 months, they don't see no progress, it's because spirit already knows that you're lazy and you're not willing to be here long term. You just want a little you want to do a little bit of work and get everything given to you. It don't work that way. You got to put in hours and years and time. You got to pray every day. You got to acknowledge the spirit every single day. And you can become so powerful as a human being through their power that it can become a regular part of your life every day. And when you get to that level, you'd be like, what the fuck? Everything will be normal. Everything will feel normal when you have those spiritual awakenings and spiritual, like, things. There's numbers, the feathers, the readings that you do come to pass. And people keep telling you, hey, this happened, that happened, you were right about that. Or hey, you never, this happened to me, that happened to me. But you can't let it, get to your head. You got to just understand that that's the way of life when it comes to spirit and what they do for us. But you got to do your part too. And if you do your part and spirit does theirs, you become the best version of yourself through them. But I can say this shit every day and people will still be like, yeah, yeah, whatever. It ain't gonna work. Okay. If I ain't proof, then I don't know what is. And people just think it's a gift. It's a gift you have to program and make happen every day. You can't just have a gift and expect shit to be given to you every day by being a dickhead, or being a fucking liar all your life. You can have a gift, but it can get destroyed real quick with your selfishness and your greed, your nastiness, your lies. A lot of people have gifts, but they ruin them. They ruin them through greed, money, fame, popularity. Shit gets to their head, and then spirit's like, no, no, we're not doing shit for you no more until you get your act together. Mm-mm-mm. Can you guys hear me? And is anybody there? I see like the ticker thing moves by 5 seconds. It's weird. It's like it's jumping. It jumps from like 50 to 56. 56 to is jumping 6 seconds. That's weird. I never seen it do that. Instead of it going like second by second, it's jumping 6 seconds each time. That's weird. I don't know why it's doing that. My internet's working fine. It says excellent condition. Hello.
Guess not. I don't know what the fuck's going on.